good to know the distinction. Harvey spells too good. He spells too good to be Dogman UK. Scottish numbnut. Danny says he's not Dogman UK. Dogman is on Susie B Live right now. Don't know who that Harvey goof is, but not him. Harvey could be Donald. Could be Donald. Maybe. I don't know who else it could be. Mr. Lee's not here, conveniently. Maybe it's Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, are you Harvey Dent? In UK, means pardon or what? Huh. Goof, wow, F you. Is that for thinking you might be Dogman UK? Well, I don't know. There's some of the terms you use are like use the word vile. Like that's a big time word that he uses. So you could be trying to do a Volta or a bait and switch. Volta PS says, Lockbeard, I hear Dogman going after me. I think we can confirm who Dent is now. Can we? Harvey says, I live in South Dakota. I drive a Ford, old and divorced, and fuck Scotland. Oh, come on. Don't blame. Look, Dogman UK might be a vile wrongins. But that doesn't make the whole nation of Scotland bad, does it? Deborah says, no, Lock, the video is really bad. Let's not share it. I'm going to trust the judgment of Deborah over in the UK on that matter, probably, at least for now. Maybe I should go take a look at some point. I don't know. But why is he still going after Nikki? Hasn't he been properly reprimanded by all of us at this point for being a douchebag, for being a hypocrite? You know, on the one hand, he's bitching at people for criticizing Judy for her actions. They weren't even ragging on her for her looks or anything like that. They were criticizing her actions. They were calling her out for something she did. Anyone that does something wrong, they should be called out, right? You, me, anybody. So Dogman UK was saying, oh, they're attacking a woman. Like, you know, he's using that whole, he's attacking a woman thing. But then Dogman UK turns around and he does it to Nikki 10 times worse. And not even a good reason to, and attacking her appearance. All right. So that, you know. Now I realize now it may be just a little bit hypocritical of me to be looking the other way as people are making a little bit of fun of the appearance of our subject matter. But she made this 2.5 hour live stream like just railing on people and calling them names. So if that's what she likes, I say, you know, it's okay to give it back to her a little bit. We should show a little restraint. But she did nothing but, just call a bunch of names. You can criticize someone's actions without calling them a bunch of names. But it isn't as fun. I get it. It isn't as fun. It is not as fun. Dogman finally stopped showing up. Well, yeah, he stopped showing up here because I laid the smackdown on him. I unblocked every channel that he used since then because I don't really like blocking, and he can have a chance to come back and talk in the chat again as long as he doesn't go in a full troll mode, flooding the chat with just endless crap and keeping it where people can't actually conversate in the chat. The chat's there so people can talk, and they can't talk when someone's flooding it with all kinds of bullshit. Um, and it was nothing of real substance, just attacking people and whatnot. So, Dent, you said you were in Minnesota and South Dakota. Raptor says, Mr. Lee, help Stevie B on her stuff too. Mr. Lee, you've been riding that fence, man. Yeah, he was. You notice you didn't see me there. And you probably won't ever see a lot of these people there again. For some stuff they've done, stuff they've said. They learned a little bit from the dark sewage side of, dark sewage is a guy, he goes by Dark Waters. I prefer to call him Dark Sewage. And a lot of these other guys that are make violent threats. Vault of Nightmares, do not confuse Vault of Nightmares with the parody account that is here called Vault of BS. He's making fun of Vault of Nightmares. There's been a few people in the Bigfoot community that have made violent threats against people. And apparently a little bit of that rubbed off on Mogs and Stevie, who one night implied that they knew people, people who might come take me out, or Donald or Grant or whoever the hell. I don't remember who all they were criticizing that night. I'm not worried, but it's not cool, and they don't get my views, for, that kind of stuff. And they really, other people should hold them responsible as well. And other people have been. So, Bolt BS says, I think it's Pat on a whiskey binge. Well, carry on then. Oh, man. Pat. That's it. Harvey Dent says, I live in South Dakota. My daughter lives in Minnesota. I visit her sometimes. Jojo says it isn't nice at all, Locke. Which part? Both BS says, well, other than Jeff, I can't think of anyone in South Dakota. What in the hell? Jeff's in Minnesota. Yeah, maybe it's Jeff. Raptor says, I thought Pine Island was in Minnesota. I'm not sure, though, says Raptor. Volta BS says, he's looking for receipts on me for his pedo smear campaign. Yeah. Yeah. It's really bad. This is like this is the same as the hashtag Me Too thing, right? Where they were saying, "Oh, believe all women," blah blah blah, and there were women who would make false allegations against men, to get their way to, attack a man that they did, whatever reason they had, they would go after a man. They would lie. Well, when you tell a lie like that, you take away from the women who had something that legitimately happened to them. This is the same thing. When you accuse people of that P word right there, who have nothing to do with it, you are actually doing harm to the victims of the real crime from the real criminals. That shit shouldn't happen. You should never ever accuse someone of that. And people that do that, who accuse people of that, they should face some legal repercussions, because they're, unfortunately you can't, because people are going to say, well, to some degree they can get away with it, but free speech, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know exactly what kind of, you could put it under, slander or libel, because you are harming the reputation of someone who is not guilty of that crime, and that is a horrendous crime. But it's the same thing. The same thing happened with hashtag Me Too. These are horrible crimes, and in order for us to focus on the real victims, we do not need people clouding up the water muddying up the water, just like they do with the Bigfoot subject. That's when, I don't like that shit. I do not like people creating a haze of nonsense that we have to sort through, trying to search for the truth on things, whether it be the truth of a pedo crime or a sexual assault crime on a woman or a child, any of these type of crimes, any type of crime, really, any crime, or trying to find the truth of Bigfoot or ghosts or UFOs. We don't need people out there spreading a bunch of hazy shit. And that's why people like Nona here is all pissed off, because she's been kind of guilty of that. And and people that she likes have been kind of guilty of that. And Brent has called them out. And they should be called out. They should be called out. Whether Nona Boss here, Marty, for those who don't know, her name's Marty. She goes by Nona Boss. And apparently she has a whole channel on Rumble called The Sassy Boss or something like that. Raptor's here. Welcome. Deborah's here. Welcome. Apparently I didn't piss everybody off last night. I thought maybe I might have pissed off a few. Really? Volta BS says his brain is much more sharp than Biden's. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, considering the amount of speed and coke he drinks, he don't look so bad. Yeah. Well, all I know is that Harvey Dent, a.k.a. Dogman UK, has used some terms that we only saw from Dogman UK. It's stuff that other people just don't say. So I just think it's another troll account of Dogman UK. Danny says, me, I never mess with anyone. Dogman accused you, says Mr. Lee says, oh, that's speed. That German fellow was sharp too. Harvey Dent says, wrong as usual. Well, if you're not Dogman UK, you're someone who has purposely tried to make people think that you're Dogman UK. Nobody's guessed me yet? Yeah, sure. Volta BS says, Mr. Lee, that German fellow was on a cocktail. Yeah, he was, boy, he was on some stuff. He was on some stuff.
Great women from North Carolina here. You know, these women, this is 119 rallies that they've been to. And this isn't even a rally. They don't care if it's a rally or not. We all like each other, right? They're great women. I don't know what the hell their husbands have in their minds. They travel without husband, and they've come to 100, I think it's about 119 of them. And we also have front row Joes around here. Oh, look at that, front row Joes. These guys have, I don't know who's winning, but it's a lot of them. There he is. There she is. Thank you very much. And thank you. I hope you're enjoying yourself, because I am. And I hope you're able to get back when you go outside and you see about 12 feet of snow. Biden's granted millions of work permits to illegal aliens, crushing wages for actual Americans, while he drives up your gas prices by 50%, 60%, 75%. And by the way, you notice energy costs are going up a lot over the last month. But while Biden has betrayed African Americans and Hispanic Americans, union workers, and everyone else, I will fight for you like never before. You know the unions will fail because of what's happening. The unions will not be able to sustain this. The unions are going to be, they're not going to be unions very long. They're not going to be able to sustain it. But I think the worst hurt will be the African Americans. Then you're going to have the Hispanic Americans. They're going to be hurt tremendously by this invasion. It is indeed an invasion. And it's not, maybe in some cases, but I'll tell you, they're coming from places that you don't want them to come from. In my first term, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. We had record tax cuts and regulation cuts and rising wages for cities. Totally rising within all our cities, but for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. And all of this without any inflation. Now the inflation is a record number. Could be 75%. You know, they like to say it's 58% and 54, probably 75%. And anything you made is more than wiped out. Look at your grocery bill. When you go, Joe Biden squandered everything we did under the catastrophe of Bidenomics. He thinks it's a good term. It's a horrible term. Wisconsin manufacturing workers are suffering, and Milwaukee's 30th Street industrial corridor is being gutted. They're all leaving. Just last week, Master Lock, I buy Master Locks, closed down. Now I don't buy them anymore. Then I'm making it.
Okay, Harvey Dent says, really? I make videos destroying him, Dogman UK. Yeah, but Dogman UK was backing up LIB hardcore and then flipped the script to their side and started attacking LIB. So whoever you are, whether you're Dogman UK, well, Dogman UK is a troll. Like, the dude probably doesn't believe anything he says. He's just saying this thing, and then he says the opposite of that thing. You know, he attacks somebody for, they were attacking a woman. Oh, it's so horrible to attack a woman. I guess that's worse than attacking a man. I don't know. But anyway, it accusing him of attacking a woman, and then he turns around and attacks a woman 10 times worse of a fashion. It wasn't really an attack on the woman. It was a criticism of Judy's actions, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. And then Dogman UK turns around and starts making fun of someone for their appearance, or you're just attacking her, attacking a woman. So Dogman UK is flipping back and forth, flipping the script, just being a troll. Doesn't appear to have any reasonable beliefs of any at all that he sticks by. So he's just a troll, you know, like probably, you know, most or maybe half your typical flat earthers out there. Yeah, they know damn good and well the earth ain't flat, but they're out there pushing this stuff and just being trolls. They're just trolls. Because the only people that can believe in flat earth are complete morons. Well, just complete morons. Or extremely brainwashed people. And so the only people that would advocate for flat earth would be these morons or brainwashed people, or someone who's just a troll. So which is it, you know? And Dogman UK appears to just be flat out troll, really, just a flat out troll, because he's backing this person up 1 minute and then attacking the shit out of them the next. So, you know, what am I to think? So, yeah, you're probably Dogman UK trying to throw us all off the scent. Volta BS says, yeah, but he associated you with us. Belmont says, maybe he actually a girl all this crap is from using a phone to record the computer screen or created from an app. Maybe. Harvey says, if you're in someone's chat, that paranoid thinks you're a part of a secret organization out to get him. What are you talking about? Try to write a coherent sentence so I can understand what you're saying there exactly. Whose chat? If you're in someone's chat, that paranoid, what are you referring to here? Are you like, express yourself clearly so there's a sentence that makes some sense? You know, maybe, you know, take the time to put a period at the end of it. But, so are you saying that I'm paranoid and saying you're part of a secret organization? Is that what you're saying? Or is it somebody else you're talking about? You're going to need to provide context to that and do it so in a, you know, clearly written sentence. Bama says, you don't make videos destroying him. You add clips of him talking about nonsense. If you think that's proof, then you must be drinking the Kool-Aid. the cult Kool-Aid. And you put up fake information. That's a cowardly ass person. Mr. Lee says, Sasquatch Ontario made a new video. LIB was complimenting him in his comments. It was another ridiculous vocal. Sleeping Beauty says Trump 2024. Yeah, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but we'll get to a part where he says something specific.
They're going to make him in Mexico now. They're moving him. I said, would you like to give our farmers $28 million? And the reason is they were taking advantage of our farmers for many, many years before I got there. And I went to our Secretary of Agriculture, Sonny Perdue. I said, Sonny, what's the damage that was done? And he said, over a period of 2 or 3 years, it was about $28 million. I said, that's okay. They're going to pay us back. And they did. They paid us. They gave us $28 million. I distributed every penny of that to the farmers. And some of the people that